Wow, what a game, what a game, what a game. Jonathan Osorio going through. Oh, what a finish. Well, mate, that really does captivate this day. 4-1 on the night. I was hoping 1-0, 2-0 at the outside. 4-1, absolutely amazing, fantastic. Okay, and just wanting to look one more look at that goal from Jonathan Osorio. Oh, yeah, what a finish. Just taps it over there. Beautiful finish. Jonathan Osorio has played a very good game. He always does. He's a brain. He's a thinker. He's got a nice touch. Clever person. Good guy. He's good on the team. He has always done well for us. And I tell you what, Honduras tonight have been royally put in their place. Wow, what a win. 4-1. Could you think that it was going to be 4-1? I tell you what, we're going to get through this. But as it's closing down, just one more look on the slow-mo. Jonathan Osorio gets it. Oh, you got to catch that on the highlight reels. You've got to catch that one. In fact, catch all of them. Even the penalty miss. I mean, they're all fantastic highlights, but we're going to plough through it. But great game tactically. I tell you what, Johnny Herdman got this right all the way from start to finish. It was a great performance by the guys. The team was very balanced on the defense, very balanced through the middle, and nobody got clogged down. We even had a chance to blow a lot of chances in the first half because, you know, it was... It could have been 5-0 at half-time. That's what I'm thinking. I thought it could have been absolutely a barn-burning, rip the roof right off, more goals than you could ever see in your life. And it was happening. Chilly night, Toronto, BMO Field, great crowd. Not so great. Top Bank was not really doing anything. But you know what? Chilly night, and it's our first game in real proximity to TO, so things are going to warm up again. And once we get some competitions going, you know what? You know people will turn up. But, hey, fairly decent crowd. And great noise and Voyagers and all the Canadian fans on that far end and all the Canadians in the town and also the Honduran fans, yeah? You all added to a fantastic party. I'll tell you what, it was a brilliant party. It's just folding down, like I say, but I'm going to captivate you through as we go through. At Teams 100, you know we were celebrating that, right? Obviously, so big up to the big man, and he's there with his mum. I believe that was his mum and his dad, but I'm sure it was his mum. And de Guzman, Jonathan de Guzman was there as well. So, sorry, Julian. And great start to the night, and the field looked good. The field looked really good. The feeling around the stadium looked pretty good, and for the rest of the night, it was just like it was taking us one step down the road, just to success and have a good time. So I'm going to plough through some of the things I've got to see. By the way, got to say this first of all, referee Ivan Barton, what a man! What a man! You might not have liked all his calls, but I've got to tell you, what a man! I mean, he really did line it up. So, referee Ivan Barton of El Salvador, muy bueno, señor. Fantastic. I give him an 8 out of 10 for that performance as a referee to let it flow and keep it going. 8 out of 10. Absolutely on the money, and he really was on the money. We'll get to the stats in a minute when the game's finished off, but the group table, we'll get to that too. But yeah, the game itself. Now, backing up. Small crowd? You got to realise where we're going. Atiba Hutchinson, 100-man. He's a 100-man, and he's gone more. And celebrating that 100 caps, I tell you what, fantastic guy. Atiba is a fantastic guy, mate. I tell you, if you've ever been close to him and you're lucky enough to get past him and near him in training and stuff like that, he's a blast. He's a gentleman. He's an absolute gentleman. He embodies what this country speaks about its people. He embodies what a footballer should be to represent this country. And I tell you, I'm grinning a bit and I'm a little bit happy, but 4-1, 4-1, yes! Do you know how many years I've been waiting to get something like that on Honduras, to see what that looks like? Now you know what it looks like to win 4-1 against a tough nation. Honduras don't give it away, but 4-1 on the night. Whistle's going here pretty soon, but I tell you, you will not get better than this. And when you remember October the 12th, 2016, October 16, 2012, when we got slapped 8-1 in Honduras, this feels good. This feels good. This feels really good. So, just getting that off my chest and off your chest as well. So, game gets underway. We're barely sitting down and, you know, whatever you're drinking, it must be bloody good. Because after 8 minutes, Carl Larin's like, you know what, I'm going to side foot this one in nicely. Boom, 1-0. We're like, hey. Then a couple of minutes, just a couple of minutes, 11 minutes in to be exactly, Carl's like, I think I'm banging. You go, have that, son. 2-0, 11 minutes in. Unbelievable. When did you last see that? Okay, the 11-0 for sure. But other than that, against Honduras or a big team, not very often, right? No, not very often at all. Now, 41 minutes in, it could have been the perfect storm. Kyle Larin, if he'd have just buried that penalty, but hey, he twinged it off the post, so you can't get much closer than that. The good thing was, though, he didn't like completely blow it. Like some people are online going, "Oh, he completely blew it." I'm like, no, that's pretty tough luck, mate. You know, he's trying to be precise. He should have just thumped it down the middle, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. Hey, 2 goals in the first half, absolutely fantastic. We're going to talk about Kone as well. Halftime, 2-0. It was a great first half, but ask yourself, do you really think it was 2-0 or 5-0? We were a little bit... Robert Dorr, I said we were rusty the other day. This game, we were not rusty. This game, we were tactically on our game, on every asset of the game. But we did waste some chances up front. It could have been a lot more. When your team's playing this good, you don't really look into the details that much, right? Because it's more about the fun and the entertainment, and that's what it's all about. But when this team turns it on tactically like it did in the first 20 minutes, it strangled Honduras on the front line because they couldn't get through. And they blocked all the passing lanes, and all the half lanes were invisible. And we countered with speed, and it took them out of their stride, out of their balance. And after 2-0 in 11 minutes, that's why the tactics were precisely on point from Johnny Herdman. I can't find a fault. Anyway, got to say, half-time, 2-0. Do you think it was 2-0? Did you think it should have been more? Because I'm thinking it should have been way more. I'm looking for 3-4. I really am. Going to say about this Kone before we forget about him. He absolutely, as a young man, is coming through for this nation, leaps and bounds. He's a little bit sometimes frail, right? But if he could lose that frail and start to become steel, which he will, I think there's another level for him to go to. I think he's just right now showing what he's got. All you Montreal fans that got to see him for quite some time, you know what I'm talking about, and other MLS fans too. But Kone, I think, is a real promising gem in Canada's squad and also in the team. He offers a lot, he brings a lot, and he doesn't really cause any waves. He adds to the whole dimension of the team. So, big fan of Kone right now, so keep Kone in your mind. I think he needs to have some more time. Johnny Herdman again tonight, man. Johnny Herdman, fantastic job. I can't pick a man of the match, really, because it should be Kyle, right? And if he'd have scored the penalty, yeah, no doubt, hands down. But I'm giving the man of the match to the squad today because I think it was such a superb team performance that everybody was going 10 to the dozen. Everybody was literally going that extra yard. And yard. Everybody went the extra yard. So I'm giving it to the whole team. You tell me who you think is your top man of the day. Who was your man of the match? I don't think I got one. I think I'm talking to the team as getting that trophy. And also the goal we scored against us. Hey, listen, I got to tell you, we'll get to that, but don't be down on that goal. So anyway, halftime 2-0, we come back out. It's a case of, okay, let's see where this is going. Is it going to be as dynamite as before, or do we have what we have and have what we hold and settle for the day and keep our energy and go back easy? Because 2-0 up at home, I didn't think that for a second Honduras would get 3 goals to win, let alone 2 to draw. So we're pretty much in the driver's seat, which is a comfortable place to be. But you've earned that spot, the team. You've earned that spot, the squad. And we, the fans, get to enjoy it. So we're earning our glory. We're not getting given anything, not for a second. Remember the last game? That wasn't a friendly affair. This was friendlier, but it's a better game of football. And I did say we're going to have a game of football. This was a game of football. Now, like I say, with Kone, keep him in your mind. I really am. I'm hot for Kone. I think he's magic. So the second half gets underway. We're thinking, what's going to happen? It's exactly the same as before. It's one-way traffic pretty much. Honduras are quite happy to sit on the counter because they haven't got no offense. They cannot get up the field as a unit. They're being trapped by our counter-attack and counter-press. They just have no time on the ball. And when they do get time on the ball, guess who's there? The defense. And they take the ball off them and they give them back to our skillful guys. And our skillful guys take the ball up the field and then we shoot, we head, or we score. It's that simple. Sounds like the top teams of the world, yeah? You'd expect an American guy to be talking about his team like this. You know, I've got a good buddy, Ryan Anderson, TFC Midwest podcast. He's a great guy. He loves Canada, loves America too. But, yeah, Sounds like I'm an American talking about America, but I'm Canadian talking about Canada. And that's the point. Now, 50th minute in, we're 2-0 up, we're 3-0 up. It's Jonathan David. And it's like, does this get any better? By the way, very nice finish. He took time to drag it away from the traffic. He could have just piled it on net and it would have ballooned off somebody. But he takes it away from the traffic, nice and slow. And you know what? Jonathan David is walking with the ball. It looks like he's running, but he's like he's walking. He's got this magical pace and magical silk and skill on the ball. And he can just polish the ball away from you. And you're just thinking you're going to get it. And it's just gone away from you. And Jonathan David is just tapping it in the net very softly. What a silky striker. I know Kyle is the leading scorer right now, 28 goals all time, and Jonathan's got 24 all time. But Jonathan David, for me, has the silky, soft feet that put the ball in the back of the net like beauty. Kyle's great. Don't get me wrong. We've got two strikers that are doing it. But for my money, Jonathan David is the man with the silky feet, because when he scores, like I say, there's traffic in front of him. Everybody's kicking, jumping. Oh, it's a million miles an hour. He goes, okay, take a split second, you lot. I'm going to freeze up. I'm going to move over here. Okay, you lot, stay there. I'm just going to settle and tap it in. And tap it in. He did. And that was a beautiful finish. So 3-0 up. Things are looking good. Game gets into a nice sort of back and forwards, but there's plenty of chances for us. I mean, we could have scored and scored and scored. But it stays 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. And then, oh, terrible thing happens. We get scored on. Now, I tell you what, Jorge Benguche, this goalie scored off the corner, the header. I got to tell you this. I doubt very much if any keeper in the whole wide world, maybe even the universe of soccer, if they were standing exactly where Milan Borjan was, no keeper in the world would have got that header. Wouldn't even touch it. It was going in. That was like the brilliant header, okay? He was in between two defenders. You got Alistair Johnson on one side trying to headbutt him, can't get near him. So Benguche is in a great position. He's in between the two defenders. He's owning that area. You can't move him now. They're all airbound. And bang! It's like a flick of the neck. Bang! Shouldn't do that too much. You might break it. But whack! It goes over. Boom! Straight in the net. So on that goal, don't even look at Milan Borjan. Don't even look at anybody. That was a magical goal. And I tell you now, you just have to put it down to the things that once in a while you're going to get scored on by a piece of brilliance, and it's called quality. And that guy has quality to burn for a young fella. I'm sure we'll hear more about that. But 3-1 on the game, and we're thinking, oh, that's not cool, but it's still okay. So we keep moving, and we've got it on tape earlier. But as we're talking, I think as I brought this in, Jonathan Osorio gets the goal to make it 4-1, and it's literally in front of the keeper, down by the penalty box, inside near to the 6-yard box. As he moves through with the ball, the keeper comes out, and he literally just funnels it up and over into the far corner, into the corner. What a beautiful finish! I tell you what, Jonathan Osorio, what a wonderful footballer this guy's been for all his career. Yeah, isn't it good that we've been able to see a lot of him? Because I tell you what, he's a genius little player. He really is. He's got loads of brains. He knows how to ride the tackle. He knows how to ride all the, the tough spots when you go to CONCACAF and how you have to behave and things. Don't let things get in your mind and stay calm and be a professional. He's got that like in leaps and bounds. So, Kone I love, but Osorio also a big fan of his too. So I'm going to say 4-1 on the night. You couldn't fall to anything. I'll tell you what. Looking at where we've been recently, okay, quickly at the table with 3 wins and a loss, 11 goals for and 3 against, and 9 points moving through as champions in Group C. Keep your mind on the channel. We're going to be coming back with some more stuff, and basically enjoy this 4-1 win, guys. This is absolutely phenomenal. You couldn't get it any better. It's absolutely brilliant. Have a great night. And come back for another show. I'm absolutely wiped after this game. Such an energetic game. Wear this, guys, because I tell you what, I think I don't think I'm going to go to sleep tonight. I'm just absolutely vibrating, buzzing. It's the best ever. Tell me what you thought about the game was. Did you enjoy this game? Have you ever seen Canada beat Honduras by 4 goals? Well, 4-1, but we scored 4 on Honduras. When did you last see that? Ask yourself that. Did it feel good? I think it feels fantastic good. By the way, another international news. Don't forget the Women's World Cup team coming up in a couple of months. The Women's World Cup finals. Australia, New Zealand. We're getting on that big time. Go to ultimatesoccer.com online and you'll be able to see all the groups of the World Cup that are already been posted at the World Cup page at ultimatesoccershow.com online. Just breeze through that. More's coming. And got to say, CPL's coming, Canadian Championship's coming, jeepers, bloody creepers, mate. We are so loaded, inundated with football Canadian. It's going to be an interesting couple of months, let me tell you, for the rest of the year, basically. Okay, enjoy the 4-1. Tell me what you're thinking. Please like, subscribe and like. Hit the notification button. Be with us. Remember, we are one. One is all we are. Go Canada, go. You made my week. Cheers.